Welcome to Doing Business in Ghana on the TGR Africa YouTube channel. And in this video, what I wanted to discuss is some of the business strategies you should consider if you're trying to start a business here in Ghana. Now, the first thing I would say is to avoid trying to start a business in an industry or sector where you lack any real work experience, have any deep knowledge or expertise in, or even have a deep interest or passion for, and to try and focus on ways you can leverage on your unfair advantages as an individual. And what your unfair advantages are is what your life experience has allowed you to acquire in terms of knowledge, expertise, and skill sets, and to try and leverage on your strengths in a way that can create value or solve problems that will contribute towards the development of a country like Ghana. And another thing I would say is to also focus on producing products or services that are tailored towards the diaspora market or the international market. And the reason for this is because it allows you to generate revenues in hard currencies like the dollar, which allow you to protect yourself against currency instability. And currency instability is one of the biggest problems that plagues developing economies like Ghana. And the additional benefits of focusing on the diaspora market and the international market is you're actually able to benefit from the relative weakness of the city. You see, countries like China have gone through significant extents to artificially manipulate their currencies in order to ensure that they can maintain their position as the factory of the world. And in a country like Ghana, because its currency is already weak, it means that if you can produce goods and products that are of the same equal quality as the international market is used to, you'll be able to capitalize on the relative weakness because it will be a lot cheaper for the international market to buy products made in a place like Ghana than it would be in other developed economies. And another thing I would also say is to try and focus on starting businesses where the raw materials or the inputs needed to actually make the products are things that can be primarily locally sourced in Ghana. You see, Ghana is plagued by a lot of currency instability, which often leads to the devaluation of the city. So it's important that if you're trying to protect yourself against these sorts of instabilities, it is wise to be as locally dependent as possible. You don't want to be in a position where 75% of your raw materials or your core inputs are having to be coming from imports, because in any devaluation event, your operational costs can significantly increase, which can obviously affect your cash flows, your profitability, and even the long-term sustainability of your business. Another thing I will recommend is to focus on producing products and services in the local market where there's already a well-established market appetite for, instead of trying to introduce something new into the market which has yet been tested. You see, a country like Ghana is capable of making a lot of products that the local market consumes, but unfortunately, due to failed policies to boost the manufacturing sector, a lot of the economy is very heavily import dependent, which has basically created an opportunity for import substitution. So if you try to actually focus on producing products or goods that Ghana currently actually has the capacity to produce, what you're going to be doing is tapping into a pre-existing market. And if you can make the same quality of product and you can offer a cheaper price, then you will very quickly dominate market share. And that will be a much more effective strategy than trying to introduce a new product into the market which has yet been tested. So I hope you found this video useful, and if you would like more information or advice about trying to start a business here in Ghana, feel free to book a consultation with us. The link should be below in the description, and try and get yourself a copy of The Great Return, and I'll see you in the next video.